Work-at-home orders, closed venues on the heels of the cancellation of South by Southwest have really hit Austin musicians very hard. Some are turning to social media to keep the music going and bring in some extra cash, but that only goes so far. Decibel's Joe Rocha talked to a cross-section of local musicians to find out how they're staying afloat during this pandemic.
We resignify tradition and roots in our context right now. Nemegata is the old name of the place where my great-grandparents were from, and it actually means the fire of the jaguar in the Muisca language, which is the indigenous culture of where I'm from in Colombia.
In late February of 2020, I started working on a story about Austin rock band Nemegata. I was getting ready to cover them at South by Southwest when this happened.
The coronavirus outbreak is generating new infections and new commercial chaos tonight.
I have issued an order that effectively cancels South by Southwest.
I still intend on finishing their story after all of this is over, but we decided to reach out to them and other Austin musicians to talk about how they felt when South by was canceled, how this is affecting them financially, what they're doing in the meantime, and how the music scene in Austin moves forward.
Yeah, I just thought it was a knee-jerk reaction or whatever, just like everyone else, everyone started to question everything, and I did.
I think we hadn't really experienced the full magnitude of what this was going to become.
It was disappointing because that was our first time as a band participating in the festival.
I just got this overwhelming sense of, I feel like this is about to change the entire way of that we work. This is about to change our entire infrastructure, our entire ecosystem is about to change and never be the same.
No hubo como ese punto en que paras, frenas y puedes ver más allá, sino como que llegas a un punto donde paras y no puedes ver más nada.
And in hindsight, I mean, it was obviously a very prudent decision.
If South by Southwest would have happened, Austin would have definitely been a hot spot.
I mean, it was disappointing from the perspective of like, we're going to lose a bunch of work.
I have a part-time job that I've been holding down for, 10, I think I've been there for more than 10 years at this point. A lot of my bandmates and fellow musicians are not as fortunate as I am. They're really struggling because we've just lost, the next 3 months of shows and who knows how much longer, right? And that's a significant portion of their income.
Estoy un poco preocupado por la parte financiera, entonces, pues, lastimosamente dependemos del dinero, ¿sí? Este es nuestro sistema y, pues, maldito dinero.
There is no income, and we are a very large band with a lot of overhead. We have a manager, we have an audio engineer. To see our big money-making season just evaporate is really shocking, and I'm totally shook.
I guess thanking Tiffany too, because she's still continuing to go to work, and she's part of like the medical field. I know my mom was not so happy about me continuing to go to work, but it's something that I chose. I want to make sure that people are still continuing to get the best care that they can.
Grupo Fantasma, Brown Out, Money Chicha, we depend on live performance as a huge part of our income.
It's cool to kind of have almost forced time to be creative. I don't have any live shows. I don't have this, like, what can I do to kind of keep the creative juices flowing? I can hop into my studio and just spend more time there. And again, doing the live streams has been really cool to kind of invite people into that environment.
This is kind of my natural habitat to create. I need a lot of time to like focus on the ideas and like really get in the zone. So this has been like the perfect environment.
But yeah, this is our new norm, and I feel like times like this kind of breeds creativity and people really thinking outside of the box.
People just want to hear from you. They want to have some sort of connection to a person whose music they like. So I think that the streams are really important. I think it's important to stay active and to keep your fans and your people who are fans of your music engaged, and let them know how you're doing. Let them know that you're in the same boat and we're all in this together.
Ni siquiera viéndolo como un punto de que tengo que producir o tengo que hacer, sino como ese momento de ser yo mismo con la música, de ser yo y estos aparatos que tengo acá y sonar, tratar de llevar esa energía a otros niveles.
We also need to rethink just sort of our sources of income and how that's distributed and how we engage venues, how we engage our audiences, to maybe better insulate ourselves against something like this again.
And try to be cognizant of people out there that are not in such a great situation, and how can we help bolster, our creatives, our, service workers, people on the front lines.
I have faith that, our town, the powers that be here in Austin will rally together.
I was really encouraged and really super proud to see how quickly the musicians and the music community has mobilized to support each other. And I hope that we can continue to operate with that invigorated spirit and support for each other. It's going to be really important.
I hope that as a community, we all continue to help each other out that way and get through it,
Tenemos un dicho que en Colombia que dice que no hay mal que por bien no venga. Entonces, de todas estas situaciones que no son las más apropiadas, pues siempre va a salir algo bueno y algo pues que nos va a fortalecer y que nos va a ayudar a continuar. Entonces, esa es la idea, que logremos superar este momento.